Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Hope everyone is having a fine Friday. We are going to get into some fun readings today, and of course, we have our giveaway at some point during the live stream. So if you are here for that, hey, hang out with us. It'll be at some point during the live stream. Sometimes it's at the end, but not always. Not always. Hello, everybody. We already have a nice little list going, and apologies to Vicky. I was like all gung-ho on everybody's reading, and then I got to the timestamp portions, and then I can't exactly recall how the live stream ended on Wednesday night, but I think we were talking about some stuff, and then I was just like, oh, I'm all done, okay. And then, yeah, and then I even forgot to timestamp Earthy Davis reading, and is a whole thing. So apologies to Vicky, and I've actually upgraded her. She did donate for a 1-card pull, and I've upgraded her to a full read if she should choose, or 2 1-card reads if she should choose. Vicky, let me know you're here. I have your question from last time, but yeah, let me know. Oh, it was so quiet and boring without me here last Friday. Oh no. Yeah, I was out of town, for those who are like, well, where were you? I was out of town. I was traveling. I was in Yellowstone National Park with my family for like a day and a half. I think we were down that way. And we went to the Lewis and Clark Caverns, which, I mean, it's weird because I know I had heard of them, but it just didn't register that could be a place I could go. And it's not that far from my house. So cool. So cool. Very cool. Hello. Let's just see, who else here? Linda H is here. We've got Valerie Lyon. Welcome. Cheyenne. Jamie is here. And Linda, I've said Linda. Hello, Linda. Whimsical Lily. Hello. Vicky. Yay, Vicky's here. Good. Yeah, much appreciated. A full general read would be much appreciated. Okay, so instead of, I don't know what your question was. I would have to go read it, but yeah, let me know. A lot of Americans chilling around Dublin lately. It's your sign to come here. I know, someday. It's like bucket list vibes. But knowing me and like my living and my situation, it'll probably be at least after one of my kids has left home. Most likely, that's just my guess for time frame. So probably at least another 5 to 6 years, probably. Probably. Yes, awesome. Hello, Florence. Hello, Sophia. Hello, everybody. Oh, general reading on Wednesday. Okay, so we'll do a full general read this time for Vicky. Cool. Hopefully I'm not being too loud. I feel like I'm being really loud. I'm just excited. It's like I'm trying to make up for lost time. I'm excited to see you guys. Yeah, I'm like blending into the background here. I really do have to get my crap together in this room so that I can have like a nice background, not all my cluttered shelves with things like, well, these are the lights. Why are these not on? They should be on. Let me see if one of my kids came over here and decided not to, I don't know. Half the time, I think something's broken and it's just unplugged or whatever. I don't know why my lights aren't on today, and I'm not going to sit here and troubleshoot it while we're here, so whatever. But yeah, I definitely need to get my stuff together around here, and I'm thinking, and I don't even know if I think I had mentioned this. I was thinking of doing like I don't even want to know what it would be called, like not a clean with me, but like a organization / cleaning / decluttering / reorganizing and decorating kind of vlog for over on my vlogging / writing channel. I don't know if anyone would even want to see that. The process of going from all of this to something more cohesive and aesthetic and just decluttered would be, I don't know if anyone would want to see that. But yeah, I definitely am going to be doing it, the process. I don't know if I'm going to be documenting it or not. I guess that would be depending on if anyone even cares to see it. Yeah, and because we are in September today, it's not quite officially fall yet, but I can definitely feel it in the air where I'm at. We went from like low hundreds to high 90s for a couple weeks there, on and off, and then it dipped down in the low 90s, which felt like a relief. And we've now been kind of mid to lower 80s into the 70s and 60s at times, which to me is more my vibe. But because we're getting into the fall season, we're going to be using the Unknown Tarot. It's a very fall slash not quite Halloween, but there's a lot of Halloween type vibes in it. And of course, I got my Salem Witches shirt on today. Yes, yes. So yeah, we're gonna roll with some fall vibes. I mean, I'm here for it. I don't know about you guys, but I am here for the fall vibes. um, Interestingly enough, I love pumpkin and I love spice, like chai teas. But I do not, for some weird reason, maybe I just haven't had the right one. I don't really like them together. I like pumpkin spice, like desserts and foods and stuff, but as far as lattes go, I'm not a big fan. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I know that's like basic white girl, like faux pas if you don't like pumpkin spice, but I really prefer like a salted caramel in the fall or year round. I'm just a salted caramel queen. I don't do like coffee at home, but I do the everyday dose coffee. It's like mushroom coffee stuff. Yeah, I love pumpkin pie. And in fact, the best pumpkin pie I ever had was not even a pumpkin, it was a squash from my father in law's garden. It made the best pumpkin pie I've ever had in my life. So good, so good. I did have a pumpkin, it was like pumpkin, but it didn't have like the other spices in it. Latte, and it was fine. I don't know, maybe I just haven't had the right, I don't know, concoction or something. I love pumpkin everything else though. Let's just put that out there. I even when we were vegan for almost 5 years, I used to make pumpkin mac and cheese a lot. My kids still ask for it, and I haven't made it in a really long time. You use like canned pumpkin and like the nutritional yeast and everything, and it's actually really good. My husband absolutely hates anything pumpkin, so we don't like purposely try to make a lot of pumpkin stuff, but my kids like it. I like it. Yeah. All right, you guys, let's see who all is here that wants a free one card read. We have 9 people and 6 likes on that video. So let's put the number 96 in the chat to get yourself a free one card pull. And we are going to be pulling from this wonderful deck. And yes, Vicky's the first 96 I see, so just keep them coming. And just as always, if it appears that I have skipped you in the lineup, please refrain from putting yet another 96 just until I kind of get caught up, and then I'll do a roll call at the end. I don't tend to skip people. It just might appear on your end that, oh, it was Vicky, then Michelle, then Cheyenne, but on your end, it was Vicky, then Cheyenne, then Michelle. Sometimes it just gets that way. I don't know why, but I usually will pick your number like next or a couple down from where you see it in the lineup anyway. So just hold off and I will do a roll call. We usually don't get too crazy, like busy, and it doesn't usually come to that. But yes, here we go for Vicky. What's Vicky's message today? Ooh, we have move forward and we have the number 10. So new beginning. And I love that first word, move. Being able to move forward. So there's some forward momentum on your dreams, your goals, your plans, your wishes, your desires, just something that's ready to take that next level, that next step for you. Very exciting. All right, Michelle Lynn, let's get you a card. And Michelle Lynn has seek counsel with the number 12. So you might be getting advice from someone. This could look as simple as like going on Google or, a YouTube video or something and getting the answer to your question. This to me though feels like it's something you're wanting to learn. It's not just something you learn accidentally or by chance. This is something you're actually seeking out or asking a question to somebody, online or in person or what have you, like getting clarity. Because you're wanting clarity surrounding an area of life, maybe a few areas of life. All right, Cheyenne. Let's get Cheyenne's card. We have, you saw what I just did there. I shuffled and I shuffled. We have the same exact card. But for you, Cheyenne, I'm seeing a creative element to this. We got the number 12 there, which adds up to a 3. Very creative number. But also this does look like getting together or gathering with groups of you and at least 2 other people. And it's almost like part of your message kind of goes a little bit different than Michelle's, as you are maybe accidentally learning something by hearing someone say something, or in being in a gathering of you and then at least two more people, maybe even more than that. There's something you're learning or some bit of information. It could even be at work. I'm really seeing this like water cooler talk, not literally. That's kind of more of a, I don't know, in the US, it's like, oh, gather around the water cooler and learn all the office gossip. This to me feels more like something you would like to know about the job itself, or, something that you are wanting to know, whether you're seeking it out or it accidentally finds you, either way. All right, Linda. Let's get Linda a card. We have here, hold the connection with the number 28. So there's a new beginning coming to a connection from your past. Could be a sibling, could be a family member. It does feel very close as far as like blood related. So someone related by blood, or at least by marriage, someone you've known at least 20 years is really the vibe I'm getting here. So this is up to you, though. This is up to you to be the one to reach out, or if you feel like, oh, well, they never talk to me, just be the person in the relationship you would hope them to be. And even if they can't show up that way, at least you're doing your part to hold that connection. All right. Let's see who is next. We've got Florence B. Let's get Florence a card. Ooh, we got it flipping here. Ooh, we got 2 for Florence. We have ask for help with the number 23. There's a reflection here. So this to me does feel like a soulmate connection, someone that you feel very closely connected to, that you could show that more vulnerable side to, friend, family member, that kind of vibe. Asking them for help, even if it's not like, hey, can you help me move tomorrow or anything like that? It could just be like, someone to talk to, if you're unsure of something, asking them for help by way of, just advice. And then we also have the number 17 with dance, and the number 17 is always associated with the star in the tarot. So there's going to be some good news coming in for you, Florence. It's going to make you want to get up and dance. Or if you are somebody who has dance in your background, or, you see these little dances on TikTok or something, and you're like, oh, I want to learn to do that. Why not learn? Why not learn? It would be something fun, and it would be like some good movement for your body. So if that message resonates, that's your message with the dance. But otherwise, to me, it feels like there's good news coming in, Florence. It's going to make you want to, heck yeah, like that. I'm so awkward today. All right, let's get Valerie a card. Okay, Valerie gets 2 cards as well. Look at this. We have decide for yourself. So unlike all of this seeking advice, messages that are coming through for a lot of people, for you, Valerie, this is about you using your intuition and your best logic and your judgment to make the best possible choice for yourself. That being said, once you really kind of have a basis for your, decision, you can then run it through somebody who you look up to, because the number 33 is always associated with like ascended masters. I don't personally connect to or channel any ascended masters anymore. But to me, the number 33 really does resonate with like, people you look up to, your elders, people you respect, their opinion, professionals in one regard or another. Could even be like a counselor if that's somebody that you go to, or therapist. But we also have the number 5, offer up gratitude. So Valerie, there's a lot in all of our lives that we can be grateful for. And a lot of times when we can just really find all those little things, even if we feel like life is really messy and chaotic, when we can really zero in on those things that are, really good in our lives, the things we can be grateful for, even if it's something as simple as a pumpkin spice latte, hey, just really amplifying those blessings by really doubling down on, being grateful for what you already have. And you're going to start to see some major changes coming to the way that you see things, like your reality, the way you interpret your reality, and even just like belief systems or even lack mentalities surrounding money and abundance. Maybe even like a lack of time to be able to devote to your dreams, whatever that looks like for you. You're going to start to see more time become available that you can spend, Valerie, doing the things you love and enjoy, which is very exciting. All right, Marlene. Let's get Marlene a card. And for Marlene, we have trust your wisdom with the number 13. So there's some major transformational energy with that number 13. It is associated in the tarot with the death card, but the number 13 is also such a feminine number. So this really is about tuning into that more feminine flow, feminine energy, and trusting your own divine and innate wisdom regarding a situation, a person, just your next direction, next steps in life. You've already got it like figured out, like on a deep level, you know what to do. It's just about trusting your own inner wisdom. And it will be transformational from the inside out. Okay. Let's get a card for Jamie. Anyone else who's just joining us, go ahead and put a number 96 in the chat to get yourself a free card today. Ethan's here. Hello, Ethan. Let's get Jamie a card. All right, Jamie, we have here Unleash Your Passion. And I love this. I love this so much. This really is, I mean, it does to me feel very creative energy, but there's a 37 here, which adds up to 10, which adds up to 1. New beginning. So there might even be a new passion or something you've been kind of, you know, throwing around in your brain there. Like, oh, that might be fun to do, might be fun to try. Well, do it. Try it. Even if you don't have like a whole lot of time to devote to it, just try something new. And of course, we've got a couple here. So, you know, reigniting passion or unleashing passion in a relationship could be fun. All right. So Ethan, let's get Ethan a card. Woo! It's jumping right at us. We have Kindle Love. So very loving energy. It doesn't have to technically be romantic unless you do have a romantic interest to, you know, with Kindle, it's like kindling. You know, you got to start small. You got to start somewhere. Just, you know, flirt a little bit, you know, and then, oh, maybe flirt another time. And then, oh, maybe accidentally touch their hand, you know, just kind of build upon a connection. And if it's not in a more romantic way, this could just be kindling love in the connections you already have and hold dear, your friends, your family, even people who are in your family that maybe you have felt like kind of estranged from, or like you've kind of just gone down separate paths. Just finding ways to reconnect or rekindle that connection could really benefit you. And it's about you taking action. The 8s are all about action. They're also about forward momentum and even financial gain. So there might be some financial gain that you are getting, Ethan, just by really focusing on your connections. Oh, Brandy Lynn, welcome. Better late than never, right? Okay, let's get Brandy Lynn a card. You're all so very welcome. Absolutely. Makes sense since I've been looking for answers outside and not getting clear responses. Yeah, and a lot of times we just kind of shut out all that outside noise. And then when we really start to understand it from within, then it's like those validations from outside of us start coming in and we're like, whoa, okay, I get it. But yes, here we go, Brandy Lynn. Here's your card. Look at this. Yes, Queen, create. And it's the number 16. It feels very moody, very atmospheric, very like dark vibes, but like not dark in a bad way, just dark, like as in mysterious and unknown. So I don't know if you had, I'm getting like a download of like a project that maybe, I don't know if this is one you're currently working on or something that you've kind of had like in your back pocket of your mind that is like very atmospheric, very moody, a lot of like purples, blues, like blacks, dark tones. Just very, very cool. Both art and writing I'm seeing combined. So, you know, and the 16 in the tarot is, you know, the tower. I'm not getting tower moments like in your life, but as far as creativity, you could be writing about some big tower moments in characters' lives or something like this, and finding a really, again, the word atmospheric just keeps coming and popping up over and over. So yeah, that, if this is something you're already working on, it's a win. If it's not something that you even have an iota of yet, just, you know, open your arms to receive, because there's a download or a story that wants to come to you, if it hasn't already, that you personally could do major justice to and do it the way that whatever the story is wants to be done. Beautiful, really cool message there for Brandy Lynn. And anything else you want to create, now's the time. Just start, just try it. Even if you can't finish something, just sometimes spending a little bit of time doing something creative can really help refill that creative well, because creativity is the one thing that the more we do it, the more we get. It's not like, oh, we use it so much that we start to lose it or it goes away. No, creativity is the, like, I don't know, there's probably other things too, but one of the only things I can think of that the more you use it, the more you get and the more you receive from it. Yeah, so that's very cool. Very cool message for Brandy Lynn. I'm glad that you made it here, so you got your card. Oh, you're taking a a creative sabbatical to forget all the business stuff and create whatever stories are. Oh, that is beautiful. 222 days. Wow. So if this hasn't come to you yet, it might be very near on the horizon, because when we can really set aside that just creative space and time for that creativity to really start flowing, that's when things really start pumping in and happening. It might feel like we've got that like that FOMO, like fear of missing out because we're not on social media or we're not doing all these other business things. And, it can feel very scary, but yet at the same time, we are refilling that creative well in ways that we couldn't do if we were just on in every other capacity. So I think you're on the right track. That's awesome, Brandy Lynn. Yes, keep going with that. A lot more of that. You're on the right path. So cool. Yeah, art, baking, whatever. Yeah, because there's so many ways to be creative. So many. I love it. FOMO, no kidding. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. You'll feel real good at the end of that 222 days of, it might be like a learning curve to get back on your different social medias or whatever, but yet at the same time, it almost kind of refreshes that energy as well. Very cool. All right. Oh, it resonates too. I felt a lot of love recently from everyone, especially since it was my birthday 2 days ago. Well, happy belated birthday, Ethan. That's right. Your birthday was the same day as my nephew, Hayden. I knew that. I remembered that, but then I forgot that. So thanks for reminding me. Yeah. Oh, it ends on the total eclipse on April 8th. Well, look at you. You've got this stuff just planned. That is so cool. Yes, you'll have to check in once in a while. If you feel so inclined, let us know how it's going. Very fun. All right, you guys. Well, that I think will do it for we're at 21 minutes, 21 seconds. Look at that. For our free one card reads. I'm still going to be doing a free giveaway during this live stream at some point. So those of you that are wanting to get in on that fun action, hang out with us, or you can just put us on in the background if that feels good for you. And those of you that have donated, we're going to get right into your readings. I'm going to double check over on my email, and anyone else that your name is not on this list, but you have donated, please let me know. Let's see. Yes, let me update this list here as far as pushing it forward. So if your name is not on that list and you have donated, let me know so I can go into PayPal and just double check that you are there, because it doesn't always email me, and it's completely stopped giving me a notification for whatever reason. Happy Friday to you, to Maminka. Hope I'm saying that right. Okay, so Vicky is going to kick us off today. Not free. We've upgraded Vicky because I completely Mercury retrograded her right off the list on Wednesday, which, my gosh, I am so sorry. I can't believe I did that. But hey, maybe it was meant to be so that you get a full read on whatever needs to come through. You're so welcome, everybody. And Brandy Lynn, yes, absolutely. Yes, happy birthday, Ethan, and you're so welcome. All right. Yeah, he's my only nephew or kid on that generation that has red hair. And I was the only kid in my generation of cousins that had red hair on all sides. So him and I are unique in that way. And his is very like bright red hair, like mine was when I was really little. Yeah. In fact, I have a picture of him. We have an ad coming, and then we're gonna get to Vicky's question. Yeah, it was just his birthday, and my niece, her birthday was the day before, and then her brother's was the day after. She turned 15, he turned 5, so there's a 10-year and 1-day age difference between those two. I had to go over to my Facebook to get a picture of sweet little Mr. Hayden. Yeah, he's 5, and he just started kindergarten this week, so he's all sorts of big boy status now. It's crazy to me. He's growing up so fast. Okay, here we go. Gotta be somewhere here. Okay. Well, it should be. Sorry, guys. All right, so. It just doesn't want to load. There we go. Mr. Hayden with his red hair. Very bright red hair, I might add. Very bright. Just like mine was when I was a youngster. Let's see. I do have on my Facebook, like, baby picture of me or younger picture. Let's see what I got going on here. One I can find quickly so we can get into Vicky's reading. Yeah, it was like bright orange hair when I was little. Yes, okay, so here's a picture of me with my dad. And I have my little Orphan Annie doll. We had the same color. We had the same color, me and my Orphan Annie doll. And yes, I have a mullet in the picture, I'm aware. Mullet. Back in well, I guess this picture probably would have been 1983. Yes. And then here's me at my 4th birthday. It's a lot darker of a photo, so it's hard to see my hair, but there it is. Yeah. Mickey Mouse. And I want to say the shirt I'm wearing underneath is Smurfs or, I don't know, some other 80s cartoon. It's really hard to tell, but yeah. I don't look much different. There are people where you'll post their baby photo and then have to guess. Like on The Office, they had to guess who the baby picture was. There's no denying, you know, even at age 4, I think I looked pretty similar to what I look now. Not too much change. Of course, obviously I'm older, but I mean, the hair is pretty much the exact same style, which is kind of sad. I have the same 80s hairdo, minus the big bangs. My mom loved to like curl our bangs and like spray them and just like back then my bangs went back to like here. I swear to God, they were so much bangs. Thank God that part of the hairstyle for me anyway is over. All right, we have a donation also from Florence B. So I want to add you to the list, my dear. We're getting into it now. Okay. So Vicky, we are starting with you. Yeah, you see the resemblance? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because when we're out in public, I think they probably think my youngest Wrigley is my sister's son, and that Hayden, her youngest, is my son. Most likely. I mean, people don't come up to us like, "Oh, I like your son," but like, you know what I mean. They just kind of look like they could be the other one's kid, not ours. You know what I mean? All right. Well, you have a wonderful time, Ethan. Have a beautiful day. Have a great weekend. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, Vicky, what does wonderful Vicky need to know? Tuning into Vicky's energy. Anything that Vicky needs to know? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. This is just rekindling connections or just really focusing on any connection. Doesn't have to be romantic. Let's see specifically if this is talking about romantic love for Vicky or if this is... it could be. It could be. So I don't know if there's some flirting or just you've been having some fun hanging out with some groups. To me, it feels like it could be groups of people. So if this isn't something you've already been doing, this would be fun. I don't know if these are work people or people from the past, friend groups, going to some sort of gathering or get together. We've got with the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups. There's they're enjoying beverages. They're hanging out. They're not probably at home, but just out and about. But the Knight of Cups does talk about an offer, like an emotional offer of, someone asking you out or you asking someone out, or just maybe even getting in the vibe of, like jumpstarting your love life kind of vibe. So even if there's no like actual person on your radar, just sometimes thinking, well, it might be fun to, put my energy in that direction. So something can start happening in that regard. But let's just see anything else that wants to come through about this or just anything else for Vicky. And we have King of Wands. So this could be, this is very dominant masculine energy just in any reading. But yeah, especially the like kind of message coming through about not just sitting at home, but going out and doing something, even if it's just you and Cheyenne or you and Cheyenne and other people, or just you and other people, whatever resonates most. But this to me feels like you just feeling more motivated to put yourself out there. It doesn't mean you have to be like on dating sites or anything like that, but just going out, enjoying the things you enjoy. You just may be able to meet somebody just out and about while you're enjoying your life and living your dream and having fun. But also the King of Wands, it is a card of inspiration and motivation as well. Just feeling more in control or in charge of your own happiness, your own destiny. But then we have the Page of Wands. So trying new things, going out to new places and talking to new people, just feeling a little more out of your comfort zone as far as just your average day-to-day routine or work week-to-week routine. I don't know why I just said work there. I meant week to week, but even if it is people from work you're hanging out with, or they're like, hey, let's go get a pint or something, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe. Maybe normally you don't, but maybe this time you say, sure, let's go. There might be some offers coming to you like, hey, do you want to come with us? Or, someone's birthday party or a wedding, or there's some sort of thing that you are going to or gearing up to go to, or just feeling in the vibe that you want to get out and do things more. Yeah. um but the love message just does not want to let go. Of course, we know that the Ace of Cups can be like a message of self-love, but with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups, I mean, this is like energy, like single and ready to mingle, right? This is some exciting energy as far as love life goes. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So this to me feels like there could be many options or potentials for you to be invited out places. But if these invitations aren't coming in right now, Vicky, this to me feels like you kind of creating your own fun. And you're probably not going to host like a gathering or a party or a get together or anything at your current residence, but you could be the one to facilitate, hey, after work, or, if you don't really get along with people you work with, it could be, reaching out to people from, your friend group, or just you and Cheyenne going somewhere, just making a plan, you being the one to make the plan. And you'll just be really surprised by the fact that, wow, I had so much fun and I met some new people and, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes stepping out of that comfort zone is exactly what we need to just kind of almost kickstart some really good vibrational energy shifts in our lives. All right, I feel like I need one more for Vicky. Anything else pertaining to her general message here? Set your intentions. So don't just say, I want to have fun, but maybe kind of think about, what this fun will bring you, or, set those intentions that you will have fun, not just that, oh gosh, Amanda said I got to put myself out there, so I'm going to put myself out there and I'm scared. And when we have kind of an intention, or, I won't say an expectation, because that's different than an intention. An intention means, you're still open to allow whatever will be. And an expectation is it has to be this way or else. So setting intentions is very powerful in all areas of life. I mean, even right down to every morsel of food that you put into your mouth, that setting the intention that food will recharge you and nourish you, and anything that's in that food that's not going to benefit you, it just comes right back out. Maybe not instantly, but it finds its way out. It doesn't like accumulate in your body. Setting intentions is very powerful for all areas of life. All right, Vicky. So I think that's it. But yeah, pretty fun message, that especially if you are just feeling, ready to put yourself out there, or ready for love. I would say now's the time to get the ball rolling in that regard, because some things can happen. You just never know. Just making sure I didn't drop any other additional cards on the floor. Thanks again for your donation, Vicky. And once again, my apologies for skipping you on Wednesday. It was not at all my intention to skip you, but it happened. All right. So up next, we have Cheyenne. And she has 2 1-card reads. So we're going to go over to my email to figure out what Cheyenne would like to know today. So first question for Cheyenne. Hi, Amanda. Hope all is well. It is. Thank you so much. Could I please ask for an update regarding my pay rise backlog? I still haven't received it, despite having a discussion with my boss. Will be on leave from next month. That's right. Okay. So let's tune in. When is this coming in, or what does Cheyenne need to know about this? Okay, that's too many, but I feel like this one. Page of Axes. This is Page of Swords. This is a news card. This is a messenger card. News will be coming in very soon. But at the same time, if you're kind of worried that it's going to fall through the cracks or someone dropped the ball, just bringing it up before your boss leaves would be, in your best interest, just to, send out that one little last blast of communication, just to make sure that it's happening. But, when the Page of Swords comes out, usually that lets you know that communication is going to be on its way very soon. But again, if you're worried or just want to make sure, it'll be there. yeah, I can see you might be a little worried that, did I fall through the cracks again? Do they not understand? Did they, what's going on? So I can definitely see your anxiety surrounding the situation, but we have also the Queen of Pentacles. So she's somebody who's gonna make things happen. Money card, money card. So that money will be coming in, even if you have to be the one to remind somebody and maybe jump through a couple extra hoops, which you shouldn't have to, but just kind of the general vibe of what you've already had to deal with as far as all this goes. It just sounds like par for the course with all of that. Let's just see any words of wisdom or advice for Cheyenne in getting this back pay, backlog, money. Yeah, again, it almost feels like you have to fight tooth and nail every step of the way, which is not fair. You've earned the money. It should be in the account. That simple, but it's not that simple. And you've had to do what you've had to do. But the good part of this card coming out is you're going to be able to make that wrong right. So you might have to be the one to reach out and communicate one more time that, hey, is this happening? I don't see it in my account yet. When is it going to be there? Let me know. And that'll remind someone, oh yeah, we better do this. Yeah, because you have support and there's support coming in. The Trine is a very supportive energy. So to me, the support here is just you speaking up for yourself. That's really all it's going to take. And if it has to that you need to go speak to like human resources, HR, I'm not sure exactly if this is called the same thing where you're at. But if you did have to talk to somebody in a more financial department, that it might come to that. But for the most part, this to me does feel like things will be taken care of. It feels like a lot of this kind of opposition energy is more in the past rather than in the future. But yeah, just for your own peace of mind, I would just reach out and say, hey, is this still on the way? I'm still kind of waiting on it. That all being said, I'm getting this vibe of, I gotta sneeze. That's not the vibe I'm getting. Like that back pay, yes, it would have been nice to have when you earned it and when you should have had it. Yes, that would have been nice, but it almost feels like the pay will hit your account at such a divine time. And it'll be a nice lump sum to where you're kind of like, wow, that's, it's not just, pennies on a dollar. It's a nice little chunk of change that you actually can maybe save or tuck away for your move. And it would really benefit you in that way. Just make sure though, I don't know if it's any different where you're at. Sometimes depending on if you just get a large sum of money because they messed up on their end, that they're not taxing it higher. And again, I don't know if this is just like US taxes or something. If I'm trying to remember correctly, there was some back pay or something that my husband got. And when he got it in a big lump sum, they took a ridiculous amount of taxes out on it, which it shouldn't have been that way. So just make sure you're doing your due diligence to get what is owed to you and not that you have to pay anything extra or do anything extra. Yeah, it's going to be yeah, there you go. There you go. So that'll be a nice, to have that, even if you have to sit on it for a month or two or whatever. Just knowing that it's in that account, that almost will add to your confidence that you're getting the heck out of that living situation. Yeah, evolve, to save, to move out, probably taxes bad, and yeah, something back in the new year. Yeah, well, hopefully just make sure that they're not taxing it in a way they shouldn't just because of the nature of the pay. Yeah. Okay. So next question for Cheyenne. But yeah, you're getting it. It's just a matter of, I guess, when. It doesn't feel to me like it's going to be like multiple paychecks down the road. So it's either this very next one or the one right after that. But again, if it's not on the very next one, I would raise my hand, speak up and say, hey, this should be in there and it's not. What do I got to do to make this happen? And not that you should have to do anything, but just you saying, hey, I'm here. I need it. Let's go. Kind of puts a fire under them to get it in your account because you earned it. All right. Okay, so I'm definitely still healing from my friendship breakup, but would like to eventually meet a new female friend for coffee dates, shopping, etc. Could I have guidance, please? Thank you as always. Absolutely. Let's tune into that energy. For Cheyenne, meeting a female friend for all the fun things, coffee dates and shopping and all fun things. Ooh, and we have here Look at this, the Fool. So yeah, this is about someone new coming in. So there definitely is some new energy afoot. This is probably someone you don't know already. So this is probably not a coworker or someone from your past. This is going to be someone you cross paths with that is new. They may even be younger than you. That Fool has kind of that youthful, naive energy. So they may be younger than you. Let's see. Oh, the pay increase happens again in October, so they may be holding off till then. You know, that might be, but even still, it might be taxed higher, and that's not fair to you. So I would just be the one to stand up for yourself if they try to do that. And then we have the Page of Axes, so Page of Swords. This is coming in again. So it's really weird. This came out in your most recent question we just did. And I can see you two even feeling just, still a bit of the heartbreak and pain and grief of that loss of that other friendship, with the Five of Cups here. But again, there's someone new in the doorway. There's someone new coming in. And with this, it almost feels like maybe possibly around the time that this back pay comes in is when you'll meet this person, because this card has come in both instances. This is news. This is good news, most specifically, but just being able to communicate something as well. And again, with the youthful energy, there's some youthful energy here. So this is someone most likely a few years younger than you, or if they are around your age, it seems to me like you're the more mature one of the two of you. But yeah, she sounds very fun. Yeah, victory. There's your victory. So you will find somebody to have these fun coffee dates and chats and just be able to hang out with. There's going to be someone coming in. Again, I do feel it probably is more into October or, toward the latter part of the year here. But yeah, just being open and being able to manifest or make room in your life for someone like this. And she'll just find her way right on in. Let's see if there's any additional guidance or advice for Cheyenne in meeting this new friend. And we have your patience, so it just a little bit of patience, which, the dreaded P word, as I like to call it around here. But it says here, pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work and be patient and play while you wait. So yeah, just, envisioning this person. And I know it's scary, and I used to be this person that I'm like, I would never just go out to lunch by myself, or I would never just go here by myself. But then in college, and I attended college like the semester, I skipped the semester right out of high school, and then I went back to community college, not back, there. Because I did do, I guess, back as far as I did a bunch of college credits when I was still in high school, but I didn't have the money to go to college right out of high school because it was stolen. That was a whole other story, and I had told that at one of the live streams back in the day. But I kind of had to have this kind of lag in my education. I was like gung-ho and ready to, learn things and meet people and go to school, but I couldn't. And I went back for one semester. It's what I had money for. And then I moved to this town I'm in now, and I wanted to go to the university, but that just wasn't working out. Then I ended up moving back to my hometown, working at a lumber mill, which closed. And as a result of them closing, they had to pay to either retrain us or, put us in school. It was part of the severance package of getting the job just ended. The mill closed. So I was just very hopeful that I would find my way back to school, and it found me, but I was very open to it. It took a while. It wasn't until I had graduated in May of 2000, took one semester of community college, spring of 2001. And then it wasn't until January of 2003 that I finally was in college, and then went from 2003 through 2008. So it was kind of what you'd call a non-traditional student. I was a little older. But it's weird because I just don't know that I was mature and ready enough at the time. But then I was when it all happened. So I'm not saying you're not mature enough to have a friend, Cheyenne. But what I'm getting to with this is we just sometimes never know why, we don't have what we want when we want it. But usually once we finally do get it and some time has passed and then we can look back on it, we understand why. So especially if you're feeling a little disheartened, that I deserve a friend, why don't I have a friend? And, been there. Yes, been there. But this can be you spending the time, going out to lunch with yourself, doing the shopping with yourself, or even, you and Vicky. But at the same time, just opening or holding space for that person to come in, and that person will no bones about it, no doubt about it. That person will be in your life at some point, but just there is this little bit of element of patience here. Yeah. And the fact that you're not ready yet, that actually kind of does work in your favor because it's going to give you this time and space to heal from that last heartbreak with the friend and, really become that good friend to yourself and to heal, like we were saying, heal those wounds with that past friendship and just see what parts of you allowed this friend to treat you like that for so long because that's just not, she shouldn't have been treating you like that at all, let alone for years and years. Yeah, an ache in your chest still. Yeah, just if you're worried about that, you can always, see a doctor. But for the most part, this to me does just feel like, the loss of that connection and just everything associated with that is probably what's going on with that. But I really just see you getting this friend, but, doing your healing and in divine time, you'll find someone that, it feels like a great fit. It's like, where has she been all my life? Yay. She's here now. But again, a little bit of patience will go a long way for you, Cheyenne, but she's out there. She's out there somewhere and she's waiting for you and hoping for you as well. So it's not just you hoping for her. It goes both ways here. Yeah, you come across too nice. And when I give Al, I'm the bad guy. Right. And that's just not right. It's not right. People should just not take advantage of you at all. They just shouldn't. All right, Cheyenne, I hope that resonated. Hope that brought you a little bit of guidance and clarity that, yeah, when you are feeling ready, much like with Vicky's reading, which I don't know if was she here? I don't know if I saw her. I probably should have timestamped for her. That was something I should have done. But Cheyenne, your readings are ending at 46:10. So I will get off here when I'm done and go look. And try to get her a timestamp, but just let her know they come right before yours and your last reading ended at 46:10. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down just so I can scroll back myself. Cheyenne ended. Okay, to get Vicky's timestamp. Okay. Oh, you're still here. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, I probably should have timestamped for her. Yay. Okay, so, and you're so welcome, Cheyenne. Absolutely. So Linda and then Florence are the last two. And of course, at some point, we're giving away that free reading as well. So stay tuned, my friends. It will be coming down the pipe. Oh, you actually might donate again for your hunky single father. Yes, absolutely. We will add you to the list. All right, Linda's got her question out and ready to go. So let's get into it for Linda. Full reading, dealing with a situation that's causing chaos. Trying to do the right thing, but it's hard. Can you tell me outcome or any messages from my parents? Today is my dad's birthday. Oh, happy birthday to your dad. And your brother Dean's birthday too. Oh, cool. They share a birthday. How fun. But yes, let's see the situation that is causing Linda chaos. And she's trying to do the right thing, but it's hard. Yes, the right thing is usually the harder thing to do in this realm, for sure. Let's figure out the outcome. And we have an ad coming in about 19 seconds, but I'm going to at least pull the cards and then we'll discuss. Ooh, so we have the Tower and Judgment. I actually absolutely love this combination. This is, yes, this is a great combination. And I'll tell you why when we come back in about 5 seconds. Well, I'm going to go to an ad in 5 seconds. Then I'll tell you, Linda. Take a quick drink of my water while we wait. Linda may not even be taken away, but I don't want to be doing her reading when she's swept away by the ad. So let's see. That Judgment card, that Tower card. Yeah, this to me does feel like if this is a relationship or a situation, it does feel like there is part of it that needs to crumble, pass away, be renewed, be done in a new way. Because the way that things were going or had been going, it just isn't going to work anymore. And I love we got the lightning here and then the lightning here. So yeah, you might even get some like big epiphanies or just big realizations about the people that are involved in this. Just kind of like, wow, your true colors are really coming out right now. And I don't like what I see. And with the Judgment card here, though, this is actually valuable information you're learning, not only about other people involved, the situation itself, but also about yourself. Ways that you're just done allowing others to use you, abuse you, say whatever they want to you, whatever it is that you've got going on. You realize you don't want to continue in that way. And absolutely valid that if you were the one to initially, in this situation here, kind of be the one to stir the pot or to say, hey, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And then that caused the chaos. It's still the right thing. And you're doing the right thing by speaking up or just not allowing certain things to transpire anymore. Yeah. So, and with the judgment, this is a very spiritual card. So there is a lot of spiritual lessons that you're learning from this. And, the fact that we've got the judgment, the rising from the dead, right? Kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes of the tower energy. It lets me know you're going to come out on top. You're taking the high road because you don't want to be flooded out. That's really what this is. If you were to just stoop to everyone else's level or, the level of this just dire situation that's causing chaos, you would be just as bad as the rest, right? But that's why you're taking this high road or trying to do the right thing because it's in your best interest, not just yours, but everyone else's as well. Yeah, you're done with learning from the situation. Yeah, and that's where this comes. That's where this comes in is you can't keep going the way it was before. You've learned the lesson and now you're ready to be that phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh, financial situation. Well, even more, this could lead to financial ruin, financial, major debt. And you're not playing that way anymore. So, you're finding ways maybe to tighten the budget or to communicate with others that are spending the money and just saying, no, we can't, it can't go that way anymore. And that really is, finding even new ways to operate because we have all these dead, adult looking skeletons. And then we have these babies and younger looking people like rising from these coffins here. So there's a lot, that you have learned from the situation, but you're ready to come into this refreshed and renewed and ready to start something new. Your hard work will definitely pay off. You'll be able to reap the benefits of what you've already done and the lessons, especially learning those lessons from this situation. You've learned a lot of lessons here and you're ready, especially if this has to do with a spouse and maybe disagreements about, how to spend the money, how to save the money, when to spend the money, all the things. You are coming out on top here is really what I see is your hard work, the lessons you've learned along the way, things with this. And it doesn't just have to be a spouse, the lovers can deal with any life-changing decision you make. And specifically, this is literally a financial reading here. You're realizing you can't continue the way it was. You're finding a new way forward. Your hard work from the past, the lessons you've learned will actually really serve you in making this choice to go a different way or to, buckle down the purse strings or whatever it is. Let's just see anything else that needs to come through for Linda in this situation and the outcome. The outcome. Ooh, yeah. Well, we have the 5 of Wands. It came out in reverse though. So this is about, those external battles, conflicts, chaos that this caused in your life really started taking a toll on you on the inside. But this is letting you know that this is turning around. That chaos is going to start to die down. The waters are going to be much calmer. We have a Page of Wands here. This could even regard, I know your son, is going to school and what have you. Unfortunately, but he's not involved. It's just a bystander. Okay. So whatever this situation is, it almost feels to me like the money or just whatever could be going on could actually be benefiting your son, but it's not because it's got going on with all this other stuff. And again, any like confusion, chaos, conflict that's been going on, again, this one fell down in reverse as well, which I love to see. Again, so you're finding a way to separate yourself from this. If it's not you separating from the situation, it's like you being able to find a way to reroute your energy out of this situation. So it appears maybe to the others you're still in it, but you're really not. I don't know what that even means, but I hope that makes sense to you. This really is you just kind of pulling your energy back and even finding a new way. Pages are also about news, about really good, divinely inspired ideas. So your parents could even be sending you ideas for ways to find yourself out of the situation. So as far as outcome goes, you will be turning that chaos and conflict into something more stable and just peaceful, whatever that looks like, and clearing any confusion and again, fighting and all that, and just bringing your energy back, pulling it away and not just wiping your hands of it. Anything else Linda needs to know about this situation? Anything else? Yeah, some peace for sure. Anything else Linda needs to know for the outcome of this situation? Yes, we have hope and friendship. So I don't know if this is dealing with friends or if you're just maybe making friends with people as a result of this situation, that maybe the people have nothing to do with the situation itself, but just because you've had to jump through the hoops of this situation, you found yourself in the right place at the right time to make some friends. I'm not exactly sure how friendship falls into this, but hope. This is about staying positive. The worst is behind you and look up to the light. So to me, this does also, now that we've got the message of the friendship, does feel to me like you've got friends in high places. That's what I'm seeing. So like father, mother energy, that's what I see here. Yeah, we got friends in high places. Not low places like Garth Brooks talks about, but high places. Um, so it's like your father is looking out for you and kind of helping nudge you in the right direction, even if it is by way of through your own thought process, giving you good ideas on how to circumvent certain chaos in these situations. But again, you're coming out on top in the situation. So using your intuition too, with this hope card, using your intuition to, oh, the horse is a sign from your dad. Well, there you go. There you go. Yes, absolutely. So I would say you got a pretty clear message, even if things feel very unclear to you right now. Very soon you're getting the clarity you need or you're seeking in the situation by way of like news or something you read about, or maybe even an idea that pops into your own mind, for how you can make the choice to just leave this situation behind and rise above it, because your hard work is definitely paying off and you've learned a lot. You've learned some very valuable lessons and will never have to repeat these again because of what you've been through. So yeah, I would say you're coming out on top. You're taking the high road for a reason, because you don't want to be caught up in the chaos of that flood that's flowing on in to cleanse all of this chaos. Wanted to talk to a financial advisor about this. Yeah, I would say that'd be a great idea. That could even be that, friendship. Not that you're going to probably become besties with your financial advisor and go out to coffee and lunch and stuff, but at the very least, you feel like you've got someone on your side in the material world. Let's see when it will be handled. Yeah, let's see if we can tune in. Right. Oh, so we have the 3 of Swords. Swords are the fastest moving, and this is the after tarot. I'm glad I actually used the after tarot because, where that was grief, heartbreak, sadness, loss as a result of the situation you're in, there's already healing coming in. So I would say by the end of 2023, there's, and I know that still sounds so far away, but in the grand scheme of your life, the next, 3 to however many, about 3 months left of this year. Holy cow. By the end of the month, it'll be about 3 months. So about 3 to 4 months left, right? You're at least getting a major handle on how you are moving forward with this, for sure. But I would say talking to a financial advisor really would help you out of this situation, especially if this involves non-monetary assets like property or stuff like that. Just someone that's an expert in this field's opinion could really help. But of course, if it is just cash money that's tied up in some way, it could still be the same message. But when you get into, what do they call them, like non-liquid assets, things get even more complicated. And then if you're dealing with family, even more complicated. So I don't know if that's your exact scenario, but yeah, it could be difficult. But I would say between now and the end of the year is your most likely time frame if you are the one taking action, making choices, deciding to pull your energy back and kind of cut your losses as far as all that goes, because you're still gaining a lot. Yeah. All right, Linda. I hope that brought you at least some clarity and guidance. You yourself, Linda, are very intuitive. I think you already know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, all the things. You already know. You already know so much about what your best path to follow is. And I think sometimes these readings just remind you that you already know. So just follow your best intuition on when, where, how, who, why, what, all the questions. And you're going to be able to get yourself in a much better place very soon. All right, Linda, we are wishing you so much peace. That is, I can definitely feel the chaos of that reading with that 5 of Wands coming out. So yeah, you deserve peace because you've done nothing wrong. That's the thing. You don't deserve all this crap, and you shouldn't have to go through it. And the fact that other people's real true colors are coming out as a result, it's not fun for you to see these true colors, but it almost does feel like this sense of almost vindication or validation that maybe you weren't crazy all those years, or you weren't just seeing things about this person or thinking things about this person that weren't true. They were true, and you knew it, and you still went along and gave them the benefit of the doubt, and then they burned you in some way, and now you're ready to do what's in your best interest. All right, Linda, wishing you nothing but peace and happiness in getting all of this resolved. All right, so Florence is next, and then Cheyenne has donated for a 1-card read. Yes, okay, double checking there, we're good. Okay, so Cheyenne, 1 card. And then, of course, anyone else that donates. And, of course, we still have the free giveaway coming up at some point. And there we have it. Okay. So I'm going to scroll back up to Florence's question. And just let me know, Florence, that you're here. Otherwise, I will probably timestamp 1 hour and 43 seconds. We're on this one over here. 1 hour 43 for Florence B. Okay. And she would like to get a reading on romance for Nikolai and me at the rest of the year. All right, let's tune in for Florence. She's here, yay. All right. Nikolai and Florence tuning into their lovely energy for romance for the rest of the year. Ooh, we have 2 queens here. To me, this is very, of course, very feminine energy. But it almost, to me, feels like you're the one kind of leading the charge in the relationship, or if there is, distance. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do think there is like physical distance between you living in 2 different areas. You would be the one most likely traveling toward him or sending the communication to him. You're kind of the catalyst or the one making things happen and keeping this relationship going. Not that he's not participating. I don't see it like that at all, but it's usually you'll get an idea to, send him a funny, text or something. And then you send him the text, and then that kind of starts the communication for the day or the week or whatever, which isn't a bad thing. So this to me does feel like you're really the one keeping things, going good. Let's just see anything else Florence needs to know. Yeah, the moon, using your intuition. And sometimes maybe even feeling a bit confused because, sometimes the moon can talk of confusion, confused about his intentions, or just confused. Maybe he's not as forthcoming with the communication as you are. So you're kind of like wondering how he's thinking, what he's thinking, how he's feeling. And he maybe doesn't just come right out and say that. And you wonder that. But of course, the moon is also a card of intuition. Might even be that I don't know if you're planning a trip during an eclipse. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with the sun and the moon kind of overlaid on that moon card there. To me, almost feels like eclipse energy, which I gotta figure out when that next eclipse is. Because this might be relevant. So I don't know if you're planning to get together around the eclipse or what have you, but let's see. Next eclipse. And that will be, okay, October 28th is the next lunar eclipse. And then, so October 14th will be the solar eclipse, and then October 28th, or whatever date I said, will be the lunar eclipse 2 weeks later. I haven't planned anything yet. Well, I'd say that, that's like, what, a month and a half away, that first eclipse, up to almost like 2 months away. So if you have planned, or you could even just plan, like, if you're not like physically traveling, we do have the Queen of Swords, online communication. So there could be some online communication that you are just planning to hang out on Zoom or on FaceTime or something, where you're maybe watching a movie together, or almost like a date night, but like you're in your own places, but hanging out together, if that makes sense. Because we don't always have to be like physically with somebody to be able to do that. Um, we've got the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Swords, normally I would call it my lying, cheating, stealing card. I don't get the vibe that, you or Nikolai are like doing any of that. This to me feels more like time. Like time is a thief is like what I'm hearing. Especially with the patience, the time element of the Seven of Pentacles is about timing and feeling cheated of his company, maybe because there is the distance between you literally and physically, living in two different places. You're wishing, man, if he only lived down the road, we could do this and we could go there, and oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun? Almost just feeling this like sense of loss because there is the physical distance between you. But again, being able to make up for that by probably most likely you planning some sort of Zoom fun thing, or if you are wanting to go hang out with him, like literally in his like town, or if he had planned a trip to come see you. It's just about keeping the fun alive. And then we have the 10 of Cups coming out. So this is like that emotional contentment and fulfillment. Oh, he might move back to your city. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Especially with this card coming in. But you might even be like counting down the days, or just kind of waiting like, oh, I hope he makes up his mind soon because I would really, really like to have him here. That would be so cool. But yeah, just vibing, connecting, hanging out in whatever way you can for the time being. Yeah, for the rest of the year, it feels like, having a deeper emotional connection. But again, it feels to me like you'll most likely be the one to, he's not just going to come right out and say what he's thinking or how he feels. You'll probably be the one to ask him, how do you feel? What do you think about this? And, to get the information. And then he'll be more forthcoming with it. I don't think he's someone who's just going to sit there and tell you all his hopes, wishes, and dreams, and how he loves the color of your eyes, and, all the things that, someone might want to hear. But when you kind of do a bit of communication to find your way in, he will then open up more. Let's see, anything else that needs to come out for Florence. Her romantic connection with Nikolai, the rest of 2023. We have healer. Okay, awesome. So you have powerful healing gifts, have faith in your abilities, and stay true to your path as a healer. So this to me feels like you being able to heal past life stuff between the two of you. Because I think we've already established there's been like other past lives that you've had together, as all sorts of different connections, be the mother and child, or, partners, whatever it was. But there's this element of healing that you're doing just by communicating, being together, talking to each other, all the fun things. There's this element of healing that's coming even to those past connections that you've had, or things that are still affecting you in this life from those past lives. You're healing through this connection, which is very powerful. All right, I feel like we need one more. Anything else Florence needs to know? And we have here Venus, love and beauty. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some romantic connections, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever resonates most for you, given your circumstances, if you're in the same place or not. There's a lot of ways you can connect and really be like intimately get to know people, even when you're not in the same room as them. But just really focusing on the love you share, or just the connection. If it's not love yet, if it's just that desire to be near each other or to get to know each other, really focusing on that. And of course, Venus does actually go direct on September 4th. So for anybody who's got any kind of love life popping off, the love life is definitely going to greatly improve around, I would say, September 10th on. Usually needs about a week to 2 weeks for Venus, or any planet really, to start that forward trajectory yet again after being retrograde. So I would say, especially after, say, September 14th on, things are just going to start to bloom and blossom and just feel even more interconnected than they maybe had been over the past 40-ish days, because Venus has been retrograde for, as of 3 days from now, it'll be 40 days retrograde, and then the 2 weeks before it kind of started going to that stationary kind of shadow phase. So you're just definitely going to be feeling a lot more, like reaching out, or he might even feel a lot more like reaching out to have that nice connection. So I hope that resonated, Florence. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any craziness, any red flags or anything coming up. So you're good there. We have yet another moon card. So feelings and subconscious. So again, it just might be you. We're now repeating ourselves 3 times over. It might be you, just asking, how do you feel? What do you think about this? And, yeah, this to me does feel like you maybe just doing a little bit of digging to get him to, talk. And I think he's still learning that he can trust you and that he does, um, you know, it's okay for him to open up to you. He doesn't have to keep it all behind the door. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Florence. All right. So getting all this put back in here. Okay. Yes, that resonated. Thank you. You're so welcome. Good luck and best wishes to you and your wonderful connection with Nikolai. So fun. All right. So Cheyenne wants to know, going over to email, clearing the deck for Cheyenne's reading here. Could I ask for an update on my hunky single father, please? Okay, yes. Let's find out for Cheyenne. Update. Oh, Spirit said the hunky single father was coming in Virgo season, which is from the end of August till September 22nd. Timelines. Yes, let's find out. Let's just see anything Cheyenne needs to know. Update on this energy. Ooh, Queen of Swords. So this to me feels like your energy, obviously being able to speak it into being, manifesting it, communicating it. Obviously, you can't reach out and connect with him, communicate with him like, person to person right now, but you can definitely connect to his higher self or inner self, whatever one you resonate with, and say, hey, I'm ready to meet you. Where are you? Where are you? Let me find you right now. And you can start communicating with him in that regard. Anything else? This. Ooh, yeah. So the Empress energy, he might be dealing with some things about, the mother of his children. He's got a lot going on, I think, with that, and maybe even some cutting words that she's saying to him. And just, I don't think they are in the best place as far as friends or even co-parenting. I mean, I think they're making it work, but they're just not the best friends, which I guess is a good thing because they're not together anymore. It's not great for the kids, though, a lot of the time. But I do see that he likes to, or tries to, not involve the kids, or like when he is with his kids or talking with his kids, he doesn't badmouth their mom. Like, he's very good about not allowing the kids to know that he's frustrated with the mother. We got an ad coming in a few seconds, so let me just draw the cards and then we'll get into it. Daydream about him all the time. When I go to sleep, I ask him to find me. Aw, see, yes, that's so cool. All right. It might be working. It might be working because, yeah, we have the wedding card, the happy home, new home card. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say you most likely won't find him out in the wild until you are moved out of your current living situation and in something that's much more supportive. Again, I just do feel it is just the overdominance of that masculine family energy in your life that is, I won't say preventing or blocking, but it almost feels like a bit of a hindrance to him being able, or you being able, to fully open up to his arrival. And I think a lot of it is more to do with, your fear of, if you did find him or he did find you before you were moved out, how you were gonna, sneak around and be able to hang out with him and talk to him and not have other, people in your house up in your business about him. Whereas if you are moved out, you can have him come over, or you can go to his place, or you can talk on the phone at any time you want without fear of someone in the house overhearing. So there is this element of you being able to relax in the energy of a relationship when you're not in your current living situation. So as soon as that can take place, it feels to me like for both you and Vicky, very dominoes. Once you guys move out, it's like the other dominoes of your hopes, wishes, desires. Of course, with you guys putting in that effort and taking action in that direction, those other ideas and dreams and hopes will start to manifest as a result of you now being in your own space, in your own energy. And, the Empress energy as well is about you being able to manifest. Speak it into being and then see it in your reality. So it's almost like you're taking it one step at a time here. But as you take the steps to make your own personal, just happy life for yourself, happy home, happy life, your work situation feeling good, you're going to start to see that love life really open up for you. Yeah, won't accept him one bit, so it's him over them. Yeah, and I just think it's sad though, Amanda, as if it's sort of like our brothers choose our quality of life while we're here. Yeah, and that should so not be the case. It should so not be the case. But the fact that they do that, it says a lot more about them than it says about you. But at the same time, once you get out of that house situation and you're living on your own and some time passes, those brothers are definitely going to have less and less hold over you or control over you. Not that they literally do, but a lot of times just the way they act, it almost, because you and Vicky both are very nice, amazing women. But it's almost like you don't want to hurt the brothers' feelings. So you almost like your feelings get hurt in the process, or you feel you can't fully be yourself because, what will this brother or that, brother or my dad think if I, when he does say, oh, you better never marry somebody who's already got kids or has already been married, you kind of just, instead of saying, no, I'll do what I want, you just kind of maybe remain silent, which is probably a good thing. Cause I think if you did try to engage with it, it would just make things worse. But definitely when you move out, that is going to shift and change profoundly for you. And yes, they may not agree the fact that eventually you do end up, or, if you do, with a single father, they may never accept that, but that's on them. That's not at all on you. You've done nothing wrong at all. And they just need to get over it. They just need to get over it. All right. So I wish you nothing but the best. And it sounds to me like, dominoes are lining up at the very least and about to maybe possibly start falling into your favor, and things are just going to be much better. But again, these are as a result of actions and all that hard work and effort you've put in over the years, and even the recent year and months, and just saving and doing everything you can to make this dream a reality for yourselves. Things are really going to start happening for you ladies, and I cannot wait. I am so excited for both of you. So excited, because it's not, and I know, especially you two as twins, you probably a lot of times feel like, well, one thing happens to one of us, then it's just like with both of us, and everybody considers us like a pair rather than two individual people, which, yes, absolutely, you are two very different and individual people. But at the same time, there's so much of what you have planned for your lives that just feel like they're in tandem. When you both move out, both of your love lives start to take off, and then both of this and your career, and you guys are very intimately linked in a way that most siblings aren't. And not even just siblings, but a lot of twins, not like I know a lot of twins, but there are so many twins I know that they're doing their own things and completely out of sync with each other, and it's fine. But you and Vicky, almost like you want to experience things, this phase of life together. Okay, now this phase of life together. Whether you know it on a conscious level or not, it might even be more subconscious, but you guys are very in sync and in tune with when one of you levels up, both of you are leveling up. When one of you feels down, both of you feel down. And, it might be like slightly like this at times, but it's not like one of you's off here just in the downest of, like, deepest of depths you've ever been, and the other one is just riding high. You guys are it's like you keep each other that support. It's beautiful though. I love it. Yeah, it feels like spirit gives our power to the brothers. Yeah. And it almost is like you two being in the home almost acts as a battery, or like a generator for them to just act and be and do as if whatever they please. And at your detriment, at your expense, at your cost. But once you take their battery, their power away, they're just going to have to figure it out on their own. And you two can live a much better life without all of that going on. Yes, absolutely. I can totally feel the gratitude that you have for each other. And yeah, you both knew you needed each other desperately in this life, that you wouldn't want to have to contend with everything you had going on as just a single female, minus your mother who's, passed, but in the household, you didn't want to just be the only girl. And not only even that, but just you wanted to come in at the same time. So there was no time, maybe minus just the minutes apart that you are at birth, that you wanted to have to go it alone in that house. And yeah. So you got this, girls. We're all rooting for you. Oh, Crazy Tempest has donated. All right, we'll get right into that. And then we're going to do our giveaway. So if you're here for the giveaway, don't go anywhere. Okay, Crazy Tempest. So let me see if you have your question over here. What's coming next for Crazy Tempest? All right, let's find out. All right, Crazy Tempest. What's coming next for Crazy Tempest? All right. So I had a couple of cards in reverse, but I'm just going to leave them. They're there for a reason. All right, what's going on? What's next for Crazy Tempest? All right. Ooh, I love this. Okay, so normally the Ten of Wands is someone who's very overworked, overburdened, just ready to give up on something. Well, he's already chosen. He's laid down the burden and he's decided, okay, I'm gonna really narrow my focus to one thing. So if you have been Crazy Tempest, or if you're still in this burdened energy of feeling overwhelmed, this is very near future for you because we're asking what's next, right? So you're gonna be able to lay down a bunch of burdens or things that just aren't a priority to you, to then be able to focus on the one thing or just handful of things that are important or that are going to enhance your life or get you to that next level or the next steps in where you want to be. We also have the world. So again, closing out of cycles, finding new ways forward. The world also deals with travel. So there could be some travel where maybe before you felt like, well, I don't have time off, or I can't do this, or I don't know where to go. Well, you'll maybe decide where to go and then go there. It doesn't have to be an extravagant long distance trip or anything like that. It can just be going around your town and just checking out some new things, if that feels more in alignment with where you want to go or what you want to do. But if you are wanting to travel, this could be about narrowing down, where do I want to go? So there could be some travel in your near future. The world card could also deal with moving. A lot of times though, if you are getting the world card in a move kind of reading, it would be like moving from the US to, I don't know, overseas somewhere, or from one country to another. It's not so much just moving across town, or at the very least, if you're staying in the same country, you're moving from, say, I don't know, Washington to Florida. You're really taking a jump, or really going from one coast to the other. But if that's not on your radar, this could just be you taking like a quantum leap timeline wise, or just ready to be done with certain cycles or loops. The world does deal with a lot of cycles. I know the wheel also does. The wheel to me feels like it can be longer term cycles, but to me, the world is like closing out a major cycle. To me, the world would be like a graduation. It's like you've graduated from one version of yourself, and now you're ready to take all that knowledge and wisdom you've learned all along the way and apply it to this next new beginning. So there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom you're bringing into your future. All right, what else does Crazy Tempest need to know about what's coming next? Ooh, you're slaying your dragons, or you're fighting your inner demons. So if you have had a lot of sleepless nights or nightmares, insomnia, just a lot of stress or worry, or your mind just won't shut off at night especially. This could even be during the day, like just these nasty thoughts keep popping in. But most specifically, a lot of times this will happen for most of us at night when we're trying to close our eyes and just check out and go to sleep. Our mind just won't shut up. Even if it's not about like stressful things, it's just there. So I do see here in the near future, you will be able to kind of close it down, close down shop, shut it up, and be able to get the rest that you maybe not have been getting very restful sleep. If you have been sleeping, it hasn't been as restful. You're going to be getting more restful sleep because you're taking action. I don't know if you're changing your bedding, getting new pillows, getting new mattress, something like that could benefit you. But even just cleansing, like energetically cleansing your bedroom, or even just clearing around like the clutter. If you're somebody who, like me, at the time, I used to sleep with all sorts of crystals right next to my bed. And I knew it, I think, on some level, but didn't really register it, that maybe some of these crystals' energies are keeping me awake. So if you have a lot of crystals by your bed, maybe just keep the crystals that are calming and more restful by your bed and take the rest out of the room. But if you're someone who has a lot of things lying around, clothing, clutter, that can, even when the lights are out at night, kind of just make it so it's not as restful as it can be. We also had this one come off the bottom. So there's a new opportunity coming, maybe even at work, new opportunity for a raise, a promotion, some sort of recognition. This also could be a hobby, or just even a new job opportunity, or a connection, like a friendship or a connection in like the material world. maybe even a like new money making endeavor, like a side hustle kind of vibe, or just finding a new way to connect to somebody that's in your physical world. So I would say this is more people like in your like day to day life rather than like online people. Um, or if it is someone online, they're giving you or talking about an idea that you can then take to your actual like physical reality, to make something happen. But usually these do speak of news of opportunities, or you're hearing back that you won the giveaway, or you got the job, or whatever it is. Usually that these are things that are going to enhance your life in a physical, material way. All right, what else does Crazy Tempest need to know? All right. What's coming up next? So pause for reflection. So yes, you're closing out some pretty big cycle here, putting down burdens and deciding what now to focus on moving forward. It just might be that in the near future, you are just kind of taking a breath, taking a moment, taking a pause before stepping out onto that. And, after the world, we start all over with the zero energy of the Fool. Before you take that next leap of faith, it's like you're really kind of in retrospect, like looking back and taking stock, doing maybe a bit of a life review, and then kind of planning for your future. But of course, pausing for reflection and even just being very still, or, the guy right here, he's taking a break. He had all those burdens. Now he's kind of sitting down to take a bit of a break. So there might be a break in your future as far as, again, maybe you're taking a little staycation, vacation, whatever it is, that's going to rejuvenate you or replenish you. And you just feel like you're ready to get back to work, whatever that looks like for you specifically. All right, I want one more for Crazy Tempest. Anything else? What's next for Crazy Tempest? Okay, we have the 8th house, transformation and mystery. So there's some really good things. The 8th house can deal with some pretty scary stuff, but for the most part, I'm not getting a scary vibe at all. I'm actually seeing you face some inner wounds, inner demons, to be able to overcome these things that once terrified you or scared you about yourself or about reality or about your shadow, whatever it is. It's like you're overcoming them. You're not afraid of, failure, or you're not afraid of this, or you're not afraid, whatever it is exactly for you. You're overcoming some challenge, demon, just ego trip thing, not in a bad way, but like, a lot of times our egos will try to protect us. I'm like, oh no, you can't do that. We can't do that. But it's like you're overcoming, saying, well, no, I can do that, and telling your ego to go sit down for a while. So there might be something you're kind of pausing maybe to really take stock in what's going on. And then you're saying, I'm going for it. That next big thing, whatever it is for you, you're going to go for it. Because look, there's some major transformation here, but there's still a bit of mystery surrounding your reading that we're not completely like zeroing in on one specific thing, because there's this air of mystery that just wants to remain a mystery and doesn't want to come out in the reading as far as this goes. But there's a pleasant surprise. Let's just put it that way. This isn't like doom and gloom or anything like that. There's a pleasant surprise that doesn't really quite want to be revealed yet. Maybe we can get one clue as to what this surprise might be without actually revealing it. Let's see if we can get close. Ooh, it's wish fulfillment. It's you being able to have your cake and eat it too, whatever that looks like for you. And it might come about, maybe you know exactly what'll come, but you don't know the way it will come into your life. Let's put it that way. So whatever is really like wish fulfillment for you, you're working your way toward it for sure. Working on too many things, and I'm not sure how it's going to go. Well, I think in the very near future, Crazy Tempest, you're going to decide, okay, I'm going to maybe work the rest of my life on these 10 things and none of them are going to get accomplished. Or I can put a couple of those things on the back burner and really go ham, go focus hard on these 2 or 3 things, and then really start to see progress there. So I think really at the crux of this reading, it's about narrowing down what is most important. What wish do you want to come true for yourself? What goal are you working toward most? And really, yeah, I can see there's a lot on your plate. Look at this. Look at all that on that plate. But he looks pretty happy to pick and choose what he's going to focus on right now. So there really is maybe just the initial stress of, oh no, well, if I don't keep going on that, it's going to, I'm never going to be able to do it. Or if I'm not on social media, people forget about me, or, whatever it is. But when you can really prioritize and focus on what is your greatest passion or whatever it is, you're really going to see the fruits of your labor really start to come online for you and pay off in a big way because you're ready and willing to put in the work. You're not afraid of the work. You just might be afraid that you want to, it's like, it's a lot like, I'm picking a very similar energy for me too. It's like, I want to be so many different things when I grow up, but I can't be everything, but I can maybe narrow in on one or two of them and really go the distance on them. But I can't be 5 to 10 different things all at the same time. So maybe just again with that pause and reflect kind of vibe you got in that one card, it is about just, really focusing on maybe just the top 2 priorities. Yeah, look, new life goal. So you're focusing on the goal, the 1 or 2 goals that are probably the most important to you, and just kind of, I won't say abandoning the others either, but maybe just, once in a while you throw a bone to that idea or this idea, but for the most part, your focus is like laser focused on those top priorities. And that'll really lead you to some victory. Yes. Yeah, just a lot on your plate. You'll be taking time for, and taking time for yourself is really going to give you that time and space to be able to kind of slay your dragons or, fight those inner demons. And you'll really learn a lot about yourself on the journey as well. All right. Yeah, I hear you. Since I moved out of this old place, my energy feels lifted. That's awesome. Yeah, it feels like you're just on a whole new trajectory, and that's good. I mean, when we're in this like state where there's like all the things we want to do, that can be very exciting. The bad news is though, we can't do all of them all the time at full capacity because really it's just it scatters our energy too much. So if you can take that lifted energy you're feeling and just focus on just a handful of things, really take those the distance, see those through, or if there's something you want to keep continuing with, once they're, mostly done, you can kind of put those things in maintenance mode and then move to these other things that you're really wanting. Yeah, that's wishful thinking on working on all at once, right? And I wished I could like almost like clone myself but still be the one to experience all the things I want to experience and learn all the things I want to learn and do all the things I want to do, but like it's just not possible. Especially in the season of life for me personally, with a middle schooler aged kid and an elementary school aged kid and being a mom, being a wife, living just day-to-day life, plus my business stuff, plus my writing. There's so much I want to do, but I, for now at least, have to really prioritize my kids and all that they have going on, and then where I can fit in what I want to do, because I'm going to have, once they're out of the house, I'll have those years of my life to really double down and focus for sure on everything I want to do, right? Yeah, but I hope this helped and at least brought some clarity. But yeah, look what's on the back of the deck. Yes, the Fool. So there's definitely some new energy here, maybe even some new goals that you're looking to achieve. Very cool. All right, Crazy Tempest. I hope that resonated. Thanks again for your donation. And up next, we have our giveaway. Let me just double check we didn't have any other donations as well. If we do, though, we'll do them after the giveaway. We're doing the giveaway. So whoever's here for the giveaway, here are the directions. There's no rules, but here's the directions. I am going to shuffle this tarot deck, and I'm going to select, or one of them is going to fly out, one of the cards, and you need to use your intuition or guess or whatever it is you do to figure out what card I drew or what card flew out. And the first person to guess the card or get the card wins the reading. And of course, the card, let's just pretend for sake of argument, it's the Page of Wands. Whoever gets that Page of Wands would be part of your reading, even if you didn't know what question you had. Of course, Spirit knows. So here we go. You can start shouting out all of the tarot cards right now. And if we're going and going and going and no one's getting it, I will start narrowing it down by saying, oh, it's a major arcana, or it's a wands card, or it's a court card, or whatever. Okay, so here we go. Get your best guesses out there. Here we go. Ooh, here it is. Here it is. Wow. Beautiful. Can anyone see what she is or he is? What is it? Ooh, Jamie, you won. Jamie. Look at that. Jamie was feeling that feminine energy. Look at that. That was quick, you guys. That was quick. Yay, Jamie. Wow, that I think that's the fastest one we've had so far. I'm waiting for the day that someone guesses the very first card. How cool would that be? Okay, so we've got some Empress energy coming out for Jamie's reading. What do you want to know, my dear? Put your question out there. Yes, it's your favorite card. Well, I'm glad you guessed it because it's part of your reading. So, of course, the Empress does involve all things motherhood, but all things manifestation as well. To be able to create anything, we need that Empress energy on and popping in our lives. So, what is your question, my dear? It doesn't have to be a creator or a mother question, it can be anything. But there's the underlying energy of that Empress coming into the reading anyway. Yeah, the Empress is an awesome card for sure. All right, we're going to shuffle it up. Right. Here we go. Thank you. I started looking at festivals. If I do a market for my tie-dye in the spring, will it be successful? Well, I would say with the Empress, it's a big fat yes, but let's get some clarification. Definitely the underlying energy is you're wanting to create and possibly even network. You know, the Empress is somebody that feels to me like someone who's a big part of the community, that's always welcoming and chatting up people, even if that's not your energy and you're kind of like anything like me and completely socially awkward or shy when you don't know certain people. It's almost like you're embodying that energy of the Empress and just not being afraid to reach out or, lend that shoulder to cry on if someone, is having a hard time. We do have an ad coming, but I'm going to pull a few cards here and see what they are for Jamie's tie-dye and doing that in the spring. Ooh, lots of major arcana, but we're going to take a quick little break just in case Jamie got taken away. You love selling. Well, hey, that's a bonus for you then because I don't think I could sell anything to anybody. I'm just way too awkward. I almost feel like I have to apologize to people when I try to sell them things. It's just not, it's hard. It's so hard for me. But the weird thing is in human design, I guess my like big super talent is marketing, which I feel like I'm horrible at it, but maybe I just haven't tried hard enough. I don't know. But we do have the Hierophant and the Devil. So to me, it feels like you may not sell as much as you want. And I don't want to say this to discourage you from doing it because I want you to do it. Spirit wants you to do it because it's going to be such a great learning experience. And it just might be that the location that you're put in is not ideal, or it's at a place at the market where, it's at a weird juncture, or it's like off in a corner or something where not everyone can find it or see it. But what I see is you just being able, because this is the after tarot. That being said, it's almost like you can manifest, again, the Empress energy. You can manifest something different. It's like this couple here, normally they're separated and chained and away from each other. They're like, screw this, we're going to do what we want. I mean, literally, like try to create something right here, right now. So what I'm actually getting with this is maybe you not only have what you're creating, but also have some sort of station where you're maybe even creating things while you're there. Like example, an artist would be, that draws, has all their art hung up on the thing and on the table, but they're also sitting there drawing. So you could be doing, I get all the cool ideas when Jamie asks questions. I just need you to sit on my shoulder, like when I'm trying to figure out things for my own business, and ask a question so I get it. Because this never happens when it's just me. But what I see is, even if it's like small scale, if you're tie-dyeing things, you're just small scale and not like even having to demonstrate, but you're just creating things while you're there. That's something that I think would be, even if someone didn't want to buy a shirt, it would at least bring them over and draw a crowd, and hey, you might even get some sales because they're like, wow, I love this. I want one. You just never know. But with the Hierophant here, this is, just doing things in a traditional way. So, just signing up to be a vendor at this place and going through it and doing it. And again, turning that, like I always say, the best part of the Devil card is about its creative energy. There's so much creative energy in the Devil. And, devil is associated with that Capricorn energy, which is just showing up, putting in the hours, doing the work. So this is about just doing it, just do it, and see what happens. Even if it's not 100% as successful as you had hoped, or, maybe you didn't make as much as you wanted or whatever, there's still so much you're gaining as a result of doing it, that it's going to be well worth it. Whether you make all the money or don't, you're going to get some experience and you're going to learn a lot as a result. But at the same time, just you turning that frown upside down as far as, I'm going to do the best I can, even if it's not going to be the best at this whole place. Pretty much your whole reading, we start with the Empress, then the Hierophant, then the Devil, then the Star, and now the King of Pentacles. It's pretty much been all major arcana energies. So this is definitely going to be a turning point in your business to where you're really learning a lot and deciding some things about your business. But with the King of Pentacles showing up, heck, who knows, Jamie, you might completely sell out. And you might even just have him there to help out. If you want, if the Star is Mickey's card, and King of Pentacles, he's kind of the breadwinner of the home. This is his energy coming in to help. Maybe he is, wearing a shirt and demonstrating things. I don't know. Maybe he's just holding a sign and being funny, or he's going around saying tie-dye over here. Like, I don't know. He could really benefit this booth here that you're setting up. So I would say absolutely have him come in and help. But there's definitely some money to be made. Definitely. Yeah, he'll wear your shirt. Aw, yeah. See, this is fun. All right, anything else? Any closing statements for Jamie about doing this in the spring with her tie-dye? Stop. Partnership. Come on now. Yes, teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with and build up a talented, supported team. Look at that. You can't make this up, and I have chills. So definitely better together than apart as far as all of this goes. Yeah, there's your unicorns. So boom, boom, you got it. And we got the Taurus energy here on the Pentacles. So I don't know if there's Taurus in anyone's chart, or if this is taking place during Taurus season, or what. Taurus definitely is just also circumventing back to the Empress energy as well. So just beautiful springtime energy of the Empress, Earth energy of the Empress as well. But definitely working really well together. So that'll be fun. Hello, Thomas Roses. Hello. Or Thomas Roses. Why did I say Thomas Roses? Thorn Roses. I just glanced and then glanced. That's why I said Thomas Roses. But hello, Thorn Roses. But yes, congratulations, Jamie. That's awesome. Do it and let us know how it goes. Hello, Jessica. Hello. All right, you guys. Well, I've been live almost 2 hours now. We've done all our free one card pulls at the beginning. We've given away a free reading that we just wrapped up with Jamie. She has won the reading. I don't think I have any other donations, so I think I am going to bid you adieu and head out of here. But yes, have a wonderful, happy, exciting, fun, flirty, beautiful, exciting. Did I ever say that? Yeah, I think I did. Weekend. Have a great time. I will be back here, all things considered, hopefully. I will be back here on Wednesday for Woo Woo Wednesday live stream. And I will either be doing a free collective reading at the beginning, or doing free one card pulls at the beginning. I kind of just mix it up and just do what I feel in the moment. So join us then. And of course, I will also be giving away another free reading during Wednesday's live stream, because I just can't get enough. It's been so much fun for me to just be giving things away lately. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I will be back Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That will be 8 p.m. Eastern, and 7 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Pacific. If you're out of the U.S. time zones, I can't help you very well, because I don't know those ones very well from Mountain Time. But yes, that's when I'll be back, and I hope to see you then. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things, and I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys, bye!